think that judges should be very robustly vetted. They've got to have a thick skin, and they should understand that their background is going to be scoured.
It's not just about money, but about how money is wired into the internet. The fate of the cryptocurrency market is in the hands of Judge Annalisa Torrez, who is currently hearing arguments in one of the most watched cases in the crypto field, which is Ripple and SEC case. Judge Torrez is legal. Reasoning will determine whether or not the cryptocurrency market survives. Her view of the law, after considering Ripple and the SEC's arguments, will either uphold or question the SEC's jurisdiction to regulate digital assets. Although regulatory certainty in this industry is notoriously difficult, to come by Judge Torrez's judgment offers some hope. It will provide the crypto industry with a much-needed definition of the term security. Indeed, the judge's ruling will mark a watershed moment in the development of crypto legislation. It might have effects felt throughout the international financial system. Her decision whether she rules in favor of the SEC or Ripple will likely determine the long-term trajectory of the cryptocurrency sector. In the past technological development, market factors and regulatory decisions often determine the future of the cryptocurrency market. Regulation decisions have a disproportionate impact on industries today. Before we proceed, kindly support our channel by pressing the subscribe and notification bell. Without any further delay, let's proceed. The fate of the case rests in the hands of United States District Court Judge Annalisa Torrez. Put another way, Judge Torrez is on the cusp of making a decision that could resonate through the halls of finance and alter the course of the cryptocurrency market. We are all waiting on the judge's decision in the ongoing legal struggle between the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and Ripple. As you well know, digital currency XRP developed by Ripple has been accused by the SEC of becoming a security under U.S. law. The SEC claims that by working to find new applications for XRP, Ripple and its officials have given investors a false sense of security. However, Ripple rebutted, saying that XRP is not a security. The company claims the SEC is trying to act outside its authority. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse thinks the SEC is trying to alter the legislation that outlined the SEC's regulatory authority by classifying XRP as an investment contract. Then why is everybody talking about this case? The judge's decision might have far-reaching effects on the cryptocurrency market. Her decision on whether or not XRP tokens bought on secondary markets constitute securities might have far-reaching implications for the SEC's lawsuit against other crypto companies like Coinbase and Binance. Precedent like this could make it harder for the SEC to control key sectors of the cryptocurrency economy. According to James Murphy, who is the CEO of Meta, if Judge Torrez determines that XRP tokens trading on secondary markets are not securities, the SEC's case against Coinbase and much of the Binance case will be rendered moot. Murphy did note, however, that a decision by Judge Torrez in the Ripple case would not be a binding precedent for these recent rulings. Thus, the judges presiding over the Coinbase and Binance lawsuits will not be obligated to rule in the same way. Meanwhile, Attorney John Deaton thinks the SEC filed these new charges before learning the conclusion of the Ripple case on purpose so as to avoid further political and legal momentum loss for the agency in the event of an unfavorable verdict. I think the SEC wanted to have those cases filed before that decision, he said, in case it's a terrible result for the SEC and causes it to lose political and legal momentum. Whatever the outcome of the SEC's appeal of the district court's ruling in its lawsuit against Ripple, a ruling in favor of the SEC might bolster the agency's stance and lead to further regulation of cryptocurrencies. A similar verdict might not hold water in other jurisdictions. Nonetheless, it has the potential to affect how other judges rule on similar cases, which would have repercussions throughout the cryptocurrency industry. In essence, Judge Torrez's decision will determine the destiny of the whole cryptocurrency industry, not just Ripple. The outcome of the lawsuit could either strengthen the SEC's position as a regulator of the cryptocurrency industry or shake the foundations of the SEC's argument against cryptocurrencies. One of the most recent steps in the lawsuit was the release of the unsealed Hinman papers after former director William Hinman gave a public address. The SEC asked the court to hide its internal discussion, but the request was dismissed in mid-May. The Ripple and cryptocurrency communities have celebrated this development as a victory. Ether, the native token of the Ethereum blockchain, is not a security as declared by the former director of the Securities and Exchange Commission's Corporate Finance section in a lecture given in July 2018. The ongoing dispute between Ripple and the SEC over whether or not XRP is a security took a new turn a few days ago when documents relating to the Hinman speech were made public. The so-called Hinman documents have prompted heated discussion in the online community. Moreover, the publication stimulated XRP markets, resulting in a 7 price increase. The next day, speculators appear to have staked their money on Ripple Labs winning the lawsuit. After the revelation of the Hinman emails, Mr. Huber, a well-known member of the XRP community, expressed his opinion on the situation via his Twitter account. Mr. Huber was asked by a Twitter user if he thought the SEC dropping all these lawsuits before the judgment summary might appear to be undermining our judge. He responded that the longer Judge Torrez delays her ruling on the Hinman emails, the stronger the argument becomes that her decision was influenced by public relations. In addition, he said that the delay might have generated confusion, which could be used against them, Mr. Holbert wrote, to clarify. Once again, every day that passes between the disclosure of the Hindu emails and the classification by a court is a +1 for everyone's fair notice defense, which may make sense to you, but would be an insult to the credibility of the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. When will Judge Annalisa Torrez issue her decision, and what can we anticipate from it? As speculation grows over a future Ripple initial public offering, IPO attorney John Deaton claims that the company has a 25% probability of winning its case against the Securities and Exchange Commission. As the end of the lengthy case approaches, the pro-XRP lawyer has predicted that the SEC has less than a 3% probability of scoring an absolute triumph against Ripple. The SEC launched its case against Ripple in December 2020, claiming that the sale of its XRP coin constituted an unregistered securities offering, and the inventor of the crypto law industry has been a loud champion for the company. Deaton predicted that U.S. District Judge would decide in favor of Ripple, and that Ripple would therefore be able to claim victory through a ruling. Judge Torrez has indicated that 2018 is a probable cutoff year for her ruling that XRP was sold as an unregistered security. However, the Hinman papers suggest that once cryptocurrencies reach a certain level of decentralization, they may be able to make the switch from securities to commodities. I believe that XRP itself, as well as secondary market sales, will be regarded not to be securities. Deaton explained that even if Judge Torrez rules that Ripple broke the law, the ruling would not apply to secondary market sales. Deaton emphasized that Judge Torrez will likely issue a definitive judgment by the end of September, despite the fact that Ripple executives, including CEO Brad Garlinghouse, had long predicted that the SEC's action will soon come to a conclusion. Deaton drew attention to a list that district judges are obligated to provide to Congress every 6 months. All summary judgments that have been pending for more than 6 months are included on the list. The final day of March and the last day of September are the publication dates. That's all for today. Kindly support our channel by pressing the subscribe and notification bell. Thank you for watching.